Hey everybody, Angie Woods. Today we're going to talk about the big D word, dominance. So dominance is this super controversial subject matter. Now, I have my own opinion and I would like to share that with you, and we're going to compare a couple of things, wolves and domestic dogs, and what dominance actually is in social life. So we people are social animals, right? We live in groups, we have to cooperate, communicate, and so social. We also have social laws and boundaries in our societies. Well, all other social species also have these social laws and boundaries. Setting boundaries is very parental for me. It's only bad if you make it bad. Now, I do have some arguments with the American Veterinary Behaviorist Association because they tend to lean heavily on the punishment part, which I wholeheartedly agree. We should never punish an animal. We don't punish dogs, but we discipline dogs. And if we go back to parenting, just like we parent our children, there are really great parents who can do things in a super balanced way, and they're very patient, and they can just be super patiently persistent to get what they need and to stop a bad behavior. And then, of course, reward the good behavior. I always say without bringing crazy excitement, unless it's a sporty situation, so that you understand. But dogs are always in competition. It's normal. It's part of being a social species. We're competitive. Dogs are competitive. Horses are competitive. All social creatures have this. It's not bad unless you make it bad. So think about what a good parent looks like. We set healthy boundaries. We discipline children. That means to teach. It doesn't mean to punish. Punishment is meant to cause harm, physically or emotionally. I don't believe in it, but I definitely believe in the discipline component. We need to teach them the correct way to be in our human world. And then the incorrect way is you put a little pressure on it, but you're not mean, abusive, or punishing, ever. But you can learn to wait. And I teach a lot about emotional fitness. If you're emotionally fit and you have control over your emotions and you don't get frustrated in your teachings, you're not going to be abusive at all. So I don't worry about you people being abusive. You wouldn't be here with me if that were the case. Then let's talk about the difference between wolves and dogs a bit. Wolves are still a wild dog. We have domesticated our domestic dogs. So you have canine lupus, the wolf, you have canine familiaris, the domestic dog. They're two different subspecies of the same species, but their brains work differently. I'm going to leave you guys a link here to a video of Brian Hare from Duke University, who is a canine cognitive researcher, and it is an experiment between a wolf puppy and a domestic dog puppy. You will see the connection to a human is radically different. Doesn't mean that the baby is not friendly to the human. That's not what I'm saying. The connection mentally to the human is radically different. We domesticated them. And when domestication occurs, it changes different things in the brain. Different mammals have different brains. Horses are what we call a precocial species. We, dogs, cats, kittens, they're all born helpless like we are. Horses, deer, elephants, most grazing animals are a precocial species. Their brain is totally different. We don't hit the ground running in 2 minutes. We're not nibbling grasses and following our mama around in a handful of minutes. It's just, we're a different type of animal. So really learning to honor the domestic dog. Street dogs, by the way, to me, are the most, the best epitome of domestic dogs. They're not overly corrupted by humans if they don't live with them. And they are living like domestic dogs, which, by the way, they're primarily scavengers. They do hunt some, and we created breeds to hunt, but left on their own, scavenging is a massive part of their diet. Unlike wolves, they hunt and kill, and they actually eat large prey and small prey. Two different animals. I just wanted to teach you guys to learn how to honor those differences and get to know your dog and learn how to teach your dog and communicate with your dog. Number one problem. And remember, we didn't go to the woods to live with the dogs. They came into our human world, evolved with us, and they live with us. So it's our job to pet parent and to teach them how to live their best life with us.